Sakai provides a number of useful tools to conduct your classes, but sometimes the standard navigation layout can be unfriendly. The standard class site is set up to be centered around activities such as turning in assignments and quizzes and downloading resources. But what if you want to have a more free-flowing narrative structure that is organized by week, units, or modules? In this example, I want to have a class that is set up on a weekly cycle that my students can follow. Aside from the syllabus and FAQ, I want to have an introduction, a page for weekly videos, and a page for weekly readings. To do this, I will first go to the site editor and select Edit Tools. At the bottom of the list of tools, select Web Content and click Continue. The first thing we're going to do is replace web content for the series of dashes that will be used as a spacer. Select More Web Content Tools and choose 3. Create 2 more spacers and add 2 more web content items and change the names. In this case, I want a page for videos, a page for readings, and a page for the introduction. On one of my spacers, I'm going to rename it with Week 1 so that I can use it as a header. Click Continue and Finish. Now your new menu items show up on the left-hand navigation bar. By clicking any of your new items, you will come to the Customize Web Content page. This is where you can update the tool titles or the page titles. For now, we will leave the URL blank. To organize the navigation bar, go back to Site Editor and select Page Order. Drag and drop your items in your preferred order. Click Save when you are satisfied with the results. Now your navigation bar is reordered, but it still doesn't lead anywhere. To provide content to link to, we will now go to Resources. Next to your site's main folder, click the Add drop-down menu and select Create Folders. Give the folder a name. In this case, I'll name it Week 1. Now go to your folder, click Add, and select Create HTML Page. For this example, I've already written out the contents of these 3 pages in Word. My introduction, the weekly film festival for my videos, and the section on readings. I'll select and copy the text from the introduction and paste it into Sakai using the Paste from Word tool. Make sure to remove style definitions. This step is important because the style definitions that Word uses can interfere with the XML and HTML data that Sakai uses and can cause formatting problems. And click OK. I have a URL address from Flickr that I'd like to add at the top of my page to give a little visual appeal. I'm going to select the URL, copy it, and then click the Insert Image in the Editor toolbar. Paste the URL into the URL field and make sure to provide an alternate text for accessibility. Inserted images default to taking up an entire line. In order to get the words to wrap around the image and give it a more of a textbook feel, select Alignment and choose Left. Now click OK. I created a table in my Word document that separated utopian and dystopian claims. To make this table more readable, I want to create a green background for the utopian claims and a gray background for the dystopian claims. To do this, right-click and select Cell and then Cell Properties. Press Select, select your color, To make the rest of the process easier, I'm going to copy the hex code for that color so that I can paste it into the rest of the cells. Next, I repeat the process for the rest of the cells in the column. For the second column, I'll follow the same process, just changing the color to gray. Once I'm satisfied, click Continue at the bottom of the page. Now I'll name the page Week 1 Intro and click Finish. Now we follow the same process for the second page, which will cover the discussion points of the two videos. I select the text and copy it, return to Resources, and create a new page within the Week 1 folder. Now paste your text using the Paste from Word tool. Make sure that Remove Style Definitions is checked. Now I'd like to add a video to my page just below my title and annotation. I could easily add a link here, but to make it more appealing, I want to embed this video to make it more likely that my students will watch it. This particular video is on YouTube. I'll go to YouTube, select Share and Embed. This gives me the code to embed the video in Sakai. Copy the embed code and return to Sakai. Now you cannot paste the code directly into Sakai, so you have to select the Source button in the upper left-hand part of the toolbar. If you are not used to HTML code, this may seem a little intimidating, but the easiest way to place the code is to look for the end of the paragraph where you want to place the video and select Paste. Now deselect the Source button and you will return to the normal view of your page and the video should be embedded. I have a second video from the Vimeo site that I want to add just below the first one. Again, I select the source, then go to the video web page and select Share. Now I highlight the embed code and copy it. Return to Sakai and paste it just below the next paragraph and click Continue. Now I'll name the file Week 1 Video and click Finish. I'll create one more HTML page. I'll return to Word and select the final section. Copy it and return to Sakai. Using Paste from Word, making sure the Remove Style Definitions is checked, and click OK. There may still be some minor formatting changes that you'll need to make, but one advantage of transferring your material from Word is that the hyperlinks will remain intact. I'll click Continue to name this page Week 1 Readings, and click Finish. Now we have all three pages in the Week 1 folder in Resources. Now we need to link them to our menu items. To do this, select the file in Resources, right-click, and select Copy Link Address. This loads the URL into your clipboard, and now you can go to your menu item, click Options, and paste the URL into the URL field. To give the page more space, select Frame Height and increase it to 1200 pixels. Now select Update Options and your page should now display properly. Follow the process again for each of the other two pages. Now, if we want to go back and add our FAQ or a page dedicated to a final project, we can do that just as easily as we made these other pages. Similarly, I can continue on and add other weeks or modules. One thing to keep in mind is that if you want to edit any of these pages, you must do that through Resources by selecting File, click the Actions drop-down menu, and select Edit Content. This video only scratches the surface of the things that you can do with the Web Content tool in order to customize your Sakai site and make it more user-friendly to your students. For more advanced users, you can also add JavaScript, cascading style sheets, and even use external HTML editors such as Dreamweaver to create your pages and then upload them into resources, linking them to the Web Content object. This gives you some additional flexibility over the internal Sakai tool. I hope this video has given you some good ideas. Now go explore and experiment for your future classes.